Let's go to Candace on line 1. Hello, Candace.
Hi, how are you today?
Wonderful. Thanks for calling the show.
I'm actually calling in response to a story you guys posted this morning about some new information that the RNC had received, I believe it was last week, regarding Josh Miller and a new search that they had done over the weekend on Mount Sawyer Road.
Yeah, they started to do it and then they called it off, right?
Well, this is the thing. You guys posted a story saying that, I have a screenshot of it because you guys decided to remove it later for some reason. VOCM update expected on search for Joshua Miller. At the end of the story, you guys reported RNC will have more to say about the search at 2 p.m. VOCM News will be there to bring you the news first. 10:42 p.m. Nobody was there to bring us any news.
Candace, you're kind of I got to warn you, you're kind of breaking up. We're only getting part of what you're saying, but I think your drift is that you didn't get the information that you feel you were promised through the news story.
No, and actually since then this story has been removed, and the family are really not sure what's going on. I mean, it said there that they're being updated 2 o'clock, so as you can imagine. The story,
as far as I know, has been updated. It was updated. The story was. Essentially, they, as far as I know, haven't added any more information. The story gets removed when it gets updated, essentially. It's not gone. There's another story there, at least the last I checked. So essentially, what was found out later was not what was hoped. Essentially, there was no concrete further information. They're just saying now that the search goes on. So for some reason, whatever happened, the lead they had, we can only speculate, but they stopped the search as far as we know. And
I didn't. I just checked before I got on the phone with you, and I did not see a new story there. I know usually with VOCM they'll update, so you can still use the same link, but there'll be updates. You know what I mean? Added to the story. As it stands right now, as of 5 minutes ago, before I got on the phone with you, the story had been removed. There was not another story in place.
Well, there's a story. I'm looking at it right here now. Oh, no, it's a different story. Sorry, my apologies. Go ahead.
So at 2 p.m. there was no update. Also, on another note, this family has not been notified directly of all these new findings. For instance, on Friday, I believe it was, when they decided to do this new search because they had some new tips, the way that the family found out was actually from seeing several stories shared on Facebook. So there's a little bit of an issue there, I feel. Wouldn't it be, more appropriate if the family were contacted first, instead of finding out from something being shared, through social media? I mean, why would the public
Candace, can I just get you to hold on for a second? I've got, I think, an update for you. I've got somebody here. I'm just going to put you on hold for 1 second, and I'll be right back.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, sorry about that. The update is apparently seconds away from being there. They put it on invisible for the meantime because they didn't want to have it stale when there's something new to report. So that's what I'm just told by the newsroom at the moment.
Apparently, because now, your story's being contradicted. I mean, there's going to be an update expected at 2 p.m., but the information that was reported at the exact same time by CBC this morning in their story was that they did do a search, nothing turned up, and basically the leads, were no good. They searched, I think, a 1 square kilometer radius, and, there was nothing found, nothing new. But your story didn't say any of that. It said that there was some new information, there was a search on Mount Sawyer Road, and that there would be at 2 p.m., and you guys would bring it first to everybody.
Candace, have you contacted the newsroom here?
I've tried to. They haven't replied.
They haven't replied. Well, I don't know what I can do to help you right now. This is Backtalk, the program. We're not the newsroom. I can't really go into it because I have nothing to do with it.
I thought this was a way of the public voicing their concerns over everything. Is it just
absolutely.
Because it's about VOCM that you don't want to talk about it, or?
No, I can't help you because I'm not in the newsroom. I don't really have anything to do with the news.
No, and you know what, Keith?
And I'm giving you an opportunity, am I not? You are. You are voicing your concern. I'm doing that for you. That's what you wanted to do.
Oh, yeah, but there's many times that you haven't been able to help people on the air, but you still listen to what they have to say, and you don't typically say, well, I don't know why you're calling here. This isn't the right platform for, for your complaint. I mean, every other time I've listened to you, you've listened to what the person has to say, and then at the end say, well, unfortunately, I can't help you. But if there's anybody out there who can, address this person's concerns, then certainly get in touch. It seems like you're trying to push me away, but
no, I think I've given you ample opportunity, Candace. To be fair, I think I've given you lots of airtime. You've been on for over 5 minutes, and you've had ample opportunity to voice your concerns. So I don't understand what your problem is right now with me.
Okay, well, I don't have a problem. I think the thing is, it's sad that a family sees something that says expected news release at 2 p.m. VOCM will be there, and then they're sitting next to their TVs and they're sitting next to their radios and they're waiting desperately to hear something, about this missing family member, missing friend, and then they get nothing. They get nothing, and then the stories are moved, and then there's no record of it, and it's like it didn't even happen. And I mean, you guys just really need to, make sure when you're posting these stories that you have everything right. If there's not going to be an announcement at 2 p.m., why report there will be one? And
why would they put a story up saying there's going to be an update if they thought there wasn't going to be? Obviously, they had some indication that there would be.
Nothing about a promised update. They said that the information is what it is, that you guys were aware of the same information this morning that CBC reported at the exact same time, but for some reason you guys didn't post the information, and they said that there was no additional information to be reported at 2 p.m.
Well, I guess we're going to find out in short order, but the presumption, I think, at least speaking for myself, would be that you would have communication with the RNC as well and wouldn't be entirely relying on the stories coming through this or any other news source.
No, but when RNC says they're going to be, or the VOCM says they're going to be the first ones to report it and will be there at 2 p.m., then, most people were tuned in kind of waiting for that, and then, an hour and 45 minutes later and still no answers. And like I said, these people have not been contacted by the RNC either. So that's, that's a whole other issue in itself. But then on top of it all, they're given this false hope. You know what I mean? That some information may have been found out over the weekend because of the way that your story was worded. And this has been an ongoing issue with VOCM. And I know from stories I've read before that I'm not the only one, and this is not the only story where this has happened and where you guys have had to take back what you said and then change it around or delete the story altogether. This is not the first time.
So, okay. So your estimation is that there are never any errors or omissions made in any other jurisdiction?
Well,
that's
certainly
fine.
if CBC had access to the same information as you, then why did they report the information in full and you guys tell people that there'd be an announcement later and not give them the information that was available at 8 a.m.?
I'm just suggesting that your perspective might be a little subjective as well. Have I given you ample opportunity to say everything you wanted to say this afternoon?
Yes, you have. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.